Okay. There we go. 15 seconds in, we are live. Hello. Normally I'd say good morning, but in this case, good evening. It is currently 7:30 at night. It is completely dark outside. And so thus is the perfect time to see how everything went. Follow me on Instagram to see pictures of my crafts and to get notified whenever I upload something, try something new, or when I'm looking for opinions. Although you can always give a comment or message me on any of the available platforms like YouTube and Instagram. That's where I am at. I'd really like to hear from you guys. Okay, so this is what it looks like when the outside is dry. That was one of the flower petals, but I can already tell there's some yellowing going on right here. There was a little bit of, actually, I don't think there was any yellowing, so I don't think the flower petal's really gonna do well to hold its color for too long. This leaf jar, sorry, I almost called it a candle jar. It is, well, it is a candle jar. We're gonna put candles in there. But this one in particular was made with a single ply tissue or 2-ply tissue paper that had been ripped apart and sealed with Mod Podge. Now, for the fact that this is only 2 layers, it might be a good idea if I add on another layer on top of this just to give it a little bit more structure. But for now, it looks like a lot of the leaves are keeping their color. Not too sure about the flower petal. Let's take a quick look inside. Yeah, okay. So that white right around the leaf right there, right on the inside, that's all of the Mod Podge that we glued on to kind of keep that leaf from moving around. So this technically is not done. Yeah, and that rose petal's even looking a little, you can see it hasn't exactly cured all on the inside yet, but really globbed on a lot of glue for this leaf, which is not a bad thing. It's just going to take a while to dry, but another layer of tissue paper over the top of this would be very beneficial. So I will do that off camera and give you updates for later. Here is the second, or actually this is the first one that we did. I decided to leave these on top here because I know some of you like the sounds of scissors cutting things, and maybe some of you will find it relaxing or enjoyable or something. But this is the one where we used the decorative napkins there in the back and Mod Podge along with some of the leaves that I collected day before yesterday. So I'm going to move you guys up and out of the way just a little bit. Give me a little bit more room to work. Excuse the mess. This is my crafting table. Us crafters are creatures of habit. If you find yourself an organized crafter and they don't have a messy desk or a craft hoard, I don't think you found a crafter. It just comes with it. Okay, and I'm gonna trim up these edges a little bit. Now it is completely up to you if you decide to glue these edges down. Just want to make sure that the paper and the glue does not go inside of the glass because we will be putting tea light candles inside. And anytime you are working with any kind of flame or fire, you want to reduce the potential of any stray flames. There we go. Tap everything out. Bottom is clear. Bottom is clear. I did cut off the tissue paper from the bottoms because this is where the candle is going to sit on the inside. And here comes the PSA part of the video. Tea light candles, they're super easy, right? Simple, small, doesn't seem like they can really do too much. Well, unless the glass you are using is for baking and can withstand direct heat being held over a candle flame and having a focal point of heat, your glass has the potential to shatter. And I unfortunately have experienced this with regular jars with the big giant candles inside. They weren't tea light candles, but the bottom of the wick sat on the bottom of the glass. And once that little metal plate got too hot, it shocked the glass and it quite literally exploded. Now, I was just chilling on my bed, enjoying the smell of the candle that I had burning, and there wasn't a whole lot of wax left, but I thought it would be fine because, you know, it's wax, and once it cools, it hardens and it solidifies back in place. You can move it around, you can pretty much do a lot of things with it, but it's still shattered. And that was a regular candle that I bought. I didn't make it, I bought it. So anytime you are making these, you want to make sure it is going to be completely safe, free of anything that can burn around on the inside and the bottom. You also want to keep these out of the way of pets and children to make sure they don't get knocked over. Okay, now that the rant is over, or sorry, not rant, but the PSA, let's turn the lights off and light a few candles. Always make sure your wick is standing up before you turn the flame on. Let's get this guy here in the back. Oh yes, and always make sure whatever surface you set the candle on is not fabric or paper that can easily burn. Now I'm gonna blow these candles out as soon as this video is over, just to make sure nothing happens. So this is just a temporary setup. Okay, make sure this one has a candle. This one has a candle. Okay. Whoops. There we go. Kind of bump it away from the edge. Light that one. I'll bring you guys down a lower level here in just a moment. Once I get all of the candles lit, we'll do a little tour. Okay, there we go. Bring you guys back down. Sorry for the shaky jitters. All right. I might have to take you guys off the stand to get a good look. But now here comes the fun part. We're going to turn the lights off. We're going to see our results. Ooh, isn't that cozy? Okay, you guys are finally off the stand. And here we are. Okay, let's have a look at this one first. So right off the bat, the leaves are taking the stage. Look at how bright and red that is. And then we've got the details from our napkin. They're just not as solid as I would have liked for them to be, but that is okay. This is just a fun little project anybody and their family can do. It's always fun to go out, collect leaves of all different colors, and then watch them glow. Okay, we're gonna take this one aside, blow out the candle, safety first. All right. So this leaf is not at all turning out what I thought it would. Zooming in, that looks super cool. Unfortunately, it does not look like this IRL. I am having to zoom you guys in, and my phone is picking up all of the extra light, but that does look cool. You can really see the different textures and colors on the leaves. So this is what the 2-layered single ply tissue looks like. Ooh, that rose petal looks nice. I really don't think it's going to keep its color though. Right around the edges here, it's really turning yellow. And I'm pretty sure it wasn't pink and yellow. I'm pretty sure it was solid pink because I did pluck it off a rosebud. And there's that fern. That one looks really nice. That's an awesome silhouette. Gamer Chick Gonna Win says it kind of looks like an apple. You know what? I can definitely see that. It's just missing the little stem right there. Okay, so possible concerns. Can these burn from the inside out? So we have a layer of glue, we have a layer of tissue paper, and we have leaves with more tissue paper. I have not had that experience with these yet, but for the sake of the possibility, I'm going to say it's a potential. If you don't have any jars or you just took out the recycling, these are actually cups, wine glasses. So that will work too. Just want to make sure that these most definitely are out of the reach of kids and pets. But I really like how everything is kind of sweeping upwards. And there's a lot of folds. It makes me think of birch trees. And this one is actually covered down on the bottom. So if I remember right, what we did was when we were making this one, we had our tissue paper sitting flat. We coated the glass in Mod Podge, and then we just literally folded the napkin up and around it. Now I'm pretty sure this is a 1-layered piece. So we have the glue, excuse me, we glued the leaves onto the glass, made sure the leaves were coated well, and then we tapered the napkin up the sides. Because it is, yeah, there's napkin underneath. Okay. Blow that one out. It's getting a little bit darker. And here is the one that my mom made. She wanted to put, I think, I want to say, okay, maybe it wasn't sugar, but I think it was salt instead, sea salt. What she did was we found some fake snow from the dollar store. She mixed that with sea salt and glitter and kind of peppered that all on the outside. So this is how that looks, how that turned out. Unfortunately, it does not look like the glitter can be sparkly from the outside, kind of like fresh fallen snow. I think that's what she was going for, to which I totally could see that. But this is how it looks when it is being lit and used. That's a fun little leaf right there. All right. So yeah, that has been an update to the leaf jars. Let me get you guys back on my stand. There we go. And we will call that the end of the little update live stream. If you guys want to see more crafts like this, I'm always open to new ideas and new thoughts to try out. If you want to see this technique on any other things, I have ideas in mind to do this with a picture frame to hang in front of the window on sunny days. So if you want to see that, subscribe, like, comment, let me know what you want to see. I really, really, really want to hear your guys' feedback on my videos, how I can do better, what I can do different. I'm also on Instagram. Feel free to reach out to me there with your ideas. I can't do this without your guys' help. Oh, thank you so much for your awesome comments, Gamer Chick. These are things anybody can do. If you've got a $10 budget and you need to make some gifts for some friends, this is absolutely perfect. It's cheap, it's easy, and it really looks cool. All right, I'm gonna blow this out. I will see you guys next time. Bye for now.